You know, sometimes when you think of an idea, you get this kind of magical feeling and you just know it's going to be epic. You know, it's going to be a complete game changer. And that's how we felt about a year ago. Tim, my partner, and I had just finished our annual face-to-face meeting when we started talking about the one thing that always gets us brainstorming, and that's pondering the question, you know, what's the single biggest reason that people aren't making money online? Their biggest obstacle, or even if they are making money, what's in the way of really taking that next step and scaling up to day job quitting status, you know? Well, we knew what the obstacle was, but we didn't have a solution for everyone until now. And that solution is our new tool, IMEye. So the obstacle we identified is figuring out what opportunities to actually tackle. You know, we can teach how to build e-commerce sites, how to run CPA offers, how to do SEO, how to do AdWords, and on and on. And people learn that stuff real well. You know, folks in our forum, they get sites ranked left and right as an example. But where people kind of get stuck is, okay, what do I do next? What offer do I run? What things do I sell in my e-commerce site? What ClickBank product do I actually go after? This is what IMEye is designed to tell you. So how does IMEye work? What is it exactly? I like to think of it as an internet marketing project gumball machine. You know, you tell it what you want, spin the dial, and it pops out opportunities in the form of keyword phrases. We're going to take a look at a demo, but I really want you to watch until the end of this video. There's a bit of a surprise sort of usage of IMEye at the end that will blow you away, okay? But let's start with an AdSense example. Let's say you want to build a few AdSense sites. Start making a few thousand per month from AdSense alone, which is completely doable. Let's see how IMEye could possibly help us with that.
Okay, here we are in the main IMEye interface, and you'll see it's made up of different tabs for different projects, and then within each project you can have sort of sub-projects. I'm going to just focus on the power of IMEye, not so much a tutorial on how to use it for now. But the key thing to note is that all of these columns, and there are a few more that you can add in, and you can delete some so that you can manage the view, they are all searchable, filterable, and they are sortable, okay? So it gives you incredible power. Let's take a look specifically on how we might be able to use this. We want to build an AdSense, quick and dirty AdSense empire. We want to find great keyword phrases where we can compete from an SEO perspective. We can put up a site really quickly, throw some articles up there, throw some AdSense blocks on there, and start to bring in literally thousands of dollars a month in AdSense income. The nice thing about costs per click for AdWords going up, the good thing about that is that the AdSense revenue goes up as well. So let's take a look at how we do that. Let's first say, look, we only want stuff that's going to get some decent amount of traffic. So let's look at a number like 500 searches per day. So it has to be 15,000 per month, which is about 500 per day. Okay. Now again, we want to make sure that we can compete very quickly, okay? So I'm going to use a number. I'm going to say, look, we don't want to even look at a keyword where the competition is more than, the phrase match competition is more than 50,000 max. So let's say that. And then to further make it even easier, I want to say, look, I only want about 25,000 max pages for in-title competition. Now, if you're not familiar with what these are, don't worry about it. We will help you with this as part of a subscription to IMEye and give you an AdSense template and all that kind of good stuff. But just know that what we're trying to do is tell IMEye, I only want those keywords that I can really compete on very easily. I don't want to mess about here. Okay, so that further filters down our column. And now just have to tell you also, keyword phrases, obviously I'm blacking them out for this video because we really don't want to give them away. They're all really, really valuable, I think, as you can see as we start to drill down and look at these metrics here. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go over to domain matches, and I'm going to say I want to exclude all keywords that have an exact domain match in the top 10 already. So I'm going to get rid of all those, okay? And I only want AdWords high bids, cost per clicks, that are going to give me a minimum of $5 per click. Because again, the higher the AdWords costs, the higher the AdSense income, right? So we really want to drill down on these keywords that will pay us a lot of money for clicks and that we can really compete on from an SEO perspective, and further, where we can create an exact match domain. We can buy an exact match domain. So if the keyword phrase is dog training for shepherds, we buy an exact match domain, dogtrainingforshepherds.com. And our studies have shown, as well as others, that if you have less than 50,000 competing pages, less than 25,000 in-title competing pages, and you have an exact domain match, even if it's new, it ranks very highly, very fast, okay? So this is just to give you an example of the power here, okay? And as I said, in addition to all of the filtering on all of these, you can also sort on all of these, which we'll do quickly. And let's pull out one keyword phrase. Arizona, first-time home buyer. Okay, well, that has a ridiculously low number of competing pages, a ridiculously low in-title competition, great searches, okay, more than 500 a day, and incredible AdSense cost, all right, and reimbursement levels. So you think this would be a good opportunity? Absolutely. Now, and that's just one quick example of how you might use IMEye for AdSense.
Pretty cool, huh? Okay, how about building an e-commerce site? How can IMEye help? Let's say we want to build an e-commerce site and drive traffic through SEO. Now, we own and we've seen, a ton of profitable e-commerce sites because of our niche blueprint product. And there's one thing they all have in common. None of them sell things that were sort of never sold online before the sites were developed. They just had an a way to get traffic for something that we already knew was profitable online. So can IMEye find those? Yes.
Okay, let's begin again with monthly searches. We want to make sure we have enough, so we'll say 15,000, 500 searches per day or so. We want to make sure that in looking for an e-commerce opportunity that we can compete quickly. So let's say we want a maximum of 250,000 competing pages. Further, we want to make sure that in addition to the competing pages being a reasonable number, that the in-title competition is reasonable. So let's say 25,000. And folks, these are, on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as how easy these are to compete with, these are way down in the lower scale there on the continuum. So, these are your 0 through 4s as far as how hard they are to compete for. Okay, maybe even 0 through 2s. They're that easy. When you look at competing pages less than 250,000 and then in title less than 25,000, these are keywords to compete with from an SEO perspective. Now let's come over here and say, look, I only want to look at the ones that people are selling commercial goods on, that e-commerce is being performed. Because again, what I said is that it's pretty rare that you're going to build a profitable e-commerce site around a product that's never been sold online before. So let's just take the guesswork out of it and let's only look at keywords where people are already successfully selling stuff online. Okay, and then let's take the keyword length and let's go long tail. Let's say, look, I want people with high commercial intent. Now, this is not an absolute, but typically the longer the keyword phrase, the more targeted the user is, right? It only kind of makes sense. So let's say I only want to look at keyword phrases that are at least 4 words in length. And here we just have, pages and pages of opportunity. Okay, and you can see Amazon makes use of quite a number of them. So let's go in and take a look, and we'll say we want to sort by the number of monthly searches. Let's look at the highest volumes first. Okay, so we'll sort high to low. And again, we've blacked this out, but I will show you one of these, and let's pick this one: riding toys battery powered. Look at the monthly searches. First of all, it's a very targeted keyword, right? That's somebody who clearly knows what they're looking for. It gets a lot of searches per day, right? 165,000 per month. That's more than 5,000 searches a day. The competing pages number is very low. The in title is just shockingly low. People are already selling online for this keyword phrase. And oh, by the way, Amazon is not involved there. And we can go in here and say that we want keywords that have Amazon in the top 10 as an example, and those will all go away, and we'll leave us with other opportunities.